Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. Zai checking in here with a brand new video in The Sims 4. If you're new here, welcome. How you doing? Drop your name in the comment section below. But I do encourage you to check out my channel, click the subscribe button, also like the video, and check out the last video that I uploaded a few days ago. So today's build is actually inspired by a TV show that I used to watch on Netflix called House of Cards. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you go check it out, and I'm definitely looking for new suggestions of movies and TV shows to watch on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, whatever you have, I most likely have, so please drop them in the comment section below because I am getting bored of television and I just need new things to watch. I also dragged a lot of inspiration from two of my favorite TV shows, which are written by the same producer, Shonda Rhimes. If you guys don't know which ones I'm talking about, I'm talking about Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. If you do not watch those, I highly recommend it. It is so good, it's so much drama, and it's just so much tea. Like, if you live for tea, you live for me. It's also helped me create the Sims that I have living in this house, which is a family of 5. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the family because it's a really cool story on what I came up with, and I think that it matches this house perfectly because once you see me start getting into the actual house, you'll see that I separated off some areas, and that is actually going to make for some really good storytelling if you guys download this house into your game that you can download on the gallery, which is available as soon as this video goes up. Okay, so sit close so I can tell you exactly what is happening with the Sims that are living in this house. Our main Sim is Jasmine Bassett, who is a lawyer from San Myshuno, and she's best known for working on a lot of high-profile cases, but the one that really set her career skyrocketing is the case of Malcolm Landgrab. And she actually worked on Malcolm Landgrab's defense team to drop all the charges of a missing persons case. And even though Jasmine won the case, she had her doubts about Malcolm Landgrab. She knew something wasn't right about him, and when she went to confront the family about it, they threatened her. Jasmine knew that a family with that much power and that much money can easily get rid of her like she never existed. So Jasmine did the smart thing and she packed up all of her stuff and moved out of San Myshuno to get away from the lights and everyone who knows her, and she escaped to Brindleton Bay where she wanted to get a new start. So instead of Jasmine working high-profile cases now, she was doing lower-level criminal law. And this is actually where she met the man of her dreams, like the man of her dreams. And no, he's not a criminal, he's a politician, which, if you ask me, I don't really see the difference. I'm just kidding. They actually met in a coffee shop on their way to work. And it's ironic that they met each other at this coffee shop because they've both been going to this coffee shop for years and they've never seen each other. One day, Jasmine was late meeting one of her clients and she was in a rush, so she actually left her wallet and Devontae picked it up, and by the time he grabbed it, she was already gone out the door. So he went through the wallet and saw her business card in her law firm. So he drove over to her law firm to drop off her wallet. She offered to buy him coffee, which he obliged, and the rest is history. 9 months later, they were married. 2 months after that, she was pregnant. And everything in her life seemed to be going so well until Malcolm Landgrab popped back into her life. She was working a regular case like she normally does nowadays since she's trying to stay under the radar. The person that she was working on a case for suddenly disappeared, and the police actually found evidence that linked his disappearance to Malcolm Landgrab. Somewhere in the midst of all of this chaos, she was working really hard to put Malcolm Landgrab behind bars, and little did she know she was actually pregnant. 8 months go by, and after a lot of hard work, they finally have enough evidence to put Malcolm behind bars where he deserves to be. And soon as it was time for him to stand trial, Jasmine went into labor. Yes, she went into labor and she had twins. Unfortunately, the defender that was filling in her place could not present the evidence as clear as possible, and he was able to be acquitted of the charges. Now that Malcolm is a free man, he has exacted his revenge on the Bassett family, and he will stop at nothing until the Bassett family pays for trying to stop him. I think that that's a pretty good storyline for what I'm trying to accomplish with this house, especially since it was based on a crime show. And I definitely think I watched too much television, but that's a discussion for a different day. But back to the house. Yes, so the house is actually taking its final form right now. This video is just consisting of the landscaping as well as the actual shell of the house. So you'll see that once I'm done with the exterior, I go inside and start placing the walls, and I'll be able to explain it a little bit better in detail as the video is progressing, so you can see what I did. I wanted this house to serve as lavish, luxury, materialistic. Like, I wanted it to look overgrown, and I wanted it to be basic but beautiful. And overall, I wanted it to be as functional as possible. I think that when I build, I look more for aesthetics, but I wanted this to actually be a lot more functional than most of my houses that I typically build for my own personal use. So here you can see I'm actually starting to put down the landscaping, and I did chop this up quite a bit because it did take me a long time to do the landscaping. The actual house build only took maybe 45 minutes, but the landscaping is what took me the longest. I don't know if you guys experienced that when you're building, but I definitely know that I do, because landscaping is just not easy. It's one of those things that you have to really think, and you have to be very strategic of how you make it look, because you don't want it to look crazy. Like, you don't want too many colors in one spot, because then it just looks wild, like nobody is taking care of the house. But this family in particular is very, 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 like very to the 19th power put together, and their home is a reflection of who they are in the community. So they want to make sure that the public is seeing them as this put together family when they're actually hiding a lot of secrets between each other as well as to the public themselves. I wanted to do a fence around the property, but for some reason I didn't like the way that the regular fencing worked, so I used this Debug Fence, which honestly I really dig. This fence is amazing. I also hate the fact that you can't copy debug items, like you have to go back into the catalog, which sucks because if you miss or like if you leave something, you will never see that item again. Like, that's just that. But I think overall I did such an amazing job on the exterior of this house. I usually do minimalistic landscaping. One, because it's easier, and two, because it doesn't take that much time to do minimalistic anything, because you just throw one item there and you're like, oh, I'm done. But for this house, I really wanted to go overboard, and I also wanted to learn how to landscape myself. So you can see that I go through a lot of changes, but the end result is so beautiful. Like, call me Bob the Builder, because I'm fixing it. Just the other day, I was actually watching a live stream by my good friend Jave. If you guys don't know her, go check out her channel. That's the good sis right there. But she built this cool pond in her live stream, and I'm so jealous because I wish I would have thought of that in this house, because right where I'm putting this stuff right here, I would have put a pond there and it would have been so perfect, but I just didn't even know that I can do that, to be honest with you. And I've been playing The Sims for a very long time, but for some reason when I was thinking about getting creative, it just didn't come to me to do a pond. Like, it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking. But it's alright, Jave girl. I know I was talking a lot of junk about that pond when you was building it, but it's alright. It came out cute though. It came out really cute. And your Twitch stream was lit. Now we're on the interior of the home, and you can see that I started putting in the walls. So on the first floor we have 6 rooms, including the living room, dining room, kitchen, office, and a bathroom. So where this door is on the side is going to be the office space, which I think makes sense, because what lawyer and politician you know doesn't have a home office and it just looks grand? And I'm super excited to decorate this place because I know that I'm gonna go all out, and that's on Eco Lifestyle. Speaking of Eco Lifestyle, since the expansion pack came out, I'll be able to add solar panels to the top roof, since this is a very tall build, and I think the solar panels will just make it look a little bit more realistic, and it'll also keep the eco footprint down, which is very important now that Eco Lifestyle has been implemented into the game, because nobody wants to live in a dirty country. So here you can actually see me going through the interior and separating the rooms. This room on the far left side, which is the biggest room bathroom is going to be the master bedroom along with the master bathroom. You'll see me edit that a little bit. You also have the twins bedrooms, which are adjacent from each other, and it's going to be shared by a bathroom. And if you guys don't know what this style is called, it's called a Jack and Jill, basically saying that there are two entrances to both bedrooms, so you can enter the bathroom from both rooms instead of just one. And when I was a kid, I always wanted a Jack and Jill style bathroom. I don't know why, I just thought it was cool. But then I went to college and actually had a Jack and Jill bathroom, and I'd just rather have my own bathroom now because that was not it. I mean, granted, that was only my freshman year. After that, we had a shared bathroom. But Miss Girl, if I can tell you the stories about that shared bathroom and the torture that I was in, oh my God, it was so nasty. You can call me a clean freak, you can call me a germaphobe, because it's true. And I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and that was something that I definitely did not like. It was just not a great experience, but again, it was college, it was my first year there. I was there to make friends, so I didn't want to start no trouble. I was just being nice, you know? I mean, the people that I was living with might not think I was being nice, but I think I handled it pretty well. But here I am playing with the windows. I love that we can free place windows now. It just means so much to building, and you don't know all the possibilities that you can make now, especially when you can place a single tile window in a 2-tile space, which is great. So kudos to the Sims team, you did that, but I'm just gonna rest my case on everything else. Anyway, back to the build. So now you can actually see that the first floor is actually starting to take shape, and I actually really love the floor plan. I think that I'm gonna be able to make something really nice on the inside. And I don't know if anybody else does this, but when I choose a flooring, I like to lay out the wall colors to see which one would match best with the floor. So I was looking at like blues and grays, and then I remembered maybe I want this family to be a little bit more modest and really show their color or their personality through images and paintings that they put up on the walls. I also considered putting a ladder going up to the 3rd floor, that little attic crawl space area, but I decided not to do it. But if you guys think that it's a good idea, definitely leave that in the comment section below. If you guys have hung out with me until the end of this video, I really appreciate you guys being here. But yes, definitely let me know if I should keep that. On the outside, we're coming to the end of the video, but I just wanted to put these cute little planters from Debug out on the porch because they just add a little bit more character to the build, and also I wanted to add more greenery coming in from the bottom to the actual porch. So now we're finally at the end of this video, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in next week's video. Enjoy the screenshots. Bye, friend.